Yesterday, I made a video talking about the two images of the universe that Western man has had for the longest time: the ceramic model of the universe and the fully automatic model. The ceramic model being that there's a maker, a king, a judge that's constantly watching you and judging you. And the second one being that the universe is mechanical, cause and effect, that it's all an accident, a fluke. And I told you how those made me feel and how neither of those really seemed like an optimal way of thinking. At the end of that talk, I told you that I would share with you a new image of the universe that totally changed my perspective. They gave me a breath of fresh air and a new life. I'm going to link the Alan Watts talk that I'm paraphrasing here in this video somewhere around here. It's 8 hours long, but I highly suggest listening to it. The dramatic image of the universe. Hide and seek, the fundamental game. Polarity, black, white, life, death, good, bad, self, and other. Joseph Campbell said, when, in the beginning, when it was just it said to itself, I am afraid. But then it thought to itself, well, what can I be afraid of if there's nothing else? So then it created other. If you say, in the United States, oh my gosh, I figured out I'm God, people say, you're insane. But if you say, oh my gosh, I figured out I'm God, in a Hindu culture, they say, congratulations, you've finally figured it out. This different idea of God. A lot of people think of God in this kingly judge image. So when people say that, a lot of people say that they're God in the United States, they're pretty much saying, hey, I'm the boss and I figured it out. But in Hinduism, there is a different idea of God, different image of God. But we only know what we can put into words. Say, for instance, how do you open and close your hands? Can you put it into words? How do you breathe? How do you beat your heart? Once you figure out how you do these things, at the same time, you figure out how you do all this. How you shine the sun. Because those things are connected with each other. But we're hypnotized by words in the United States. Say, for instance, we're a fairly well-off country, but we're hypnotized by the symbol of money. We go to the grocery store, we put the goods in the basket, and then we go to the cashier, and they say, it'll be this much money, and people say, oh, because they have to give up some paper. But they don't realize that the wealth, the goods, are in the basket. So, symbols, being hypnotized by symbols, what we can put into words, how we can articulate it. In Hinduism, they say God is the self. In the world is a drama. And that which is conscious is bliss. I mean, look around you. Go outside. Look at all of this. How beautiful it all is. But there's no need to sustain this bliss. There's no point. And this is the dramatic model where you give yourself away. One of my favorite quotes is, you can hit yourself on top of the head with the hammer because it's so nice when you stop. This is my favorite analogy. Say you were able to dream any dream you wanted to dream for however long you wanted to dream it. You could have all types of pleasures. You could have all types of goods. You could raise mountains up. You could have all the sexual experiences you wanted, whatever you wanted for however long you wanted it, for 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, however long you wanted to have this dream for, of having total control, being God. Eventually, you'd become a bore. It's like plasticky. And you would want a surprise. So you'd dream up a surprise. And you'd wake up out of that surprise and say, whoa, that was a close one. So you would continuously put yourself into further and further and further predicaments, getting farther and farther lost, forgetting who you really were. And eventually, you'd end up dreaming the life that you're living today. By forgetting who you were, by getting lost in the drama. This is the most optimal image of the universe that I've come past so far. It's total responsibility for everything that happens. Whether my life is a drama or a tragedy or a comedy, I'm responsible. People, blame their parents. Why did you give birth to me? Why did you bring me into this world? But now, with this point of view, you know that you were the evil gleam in your father's eye. You did this. You purposely got involved. Like a theater, a play. When you go to watch a movie or you go to watch a play, you know what is happening on stage or on the screen isn't for real. But the actors are so convincing that they can make you take sides. They convince you what this is real. They can make you cry. It can make you angry. And if a human actor can do that, think of what the cosmic actor can do.